Julie Christensen had suffered months with severe incapacitating headache. She was diagnosed by a neurologist as having a large brain tumor and was being treated with medication to try to ease her pain and reduce the tumor with very little success. Feeling helpless and frustrated with the lack of help the medication was giving her, she sought out a solution from alternative medicine. She was very skeptical that the iridologist or herbalist that looks into your eyes with a magnifying glass could help her. However, she had heard from several sources that other people had had success with this type of treatment. The iridologist, without any promptings from Julie, told her exactly the reason she was there. She described her condition and symptoms with exact precision, and with a series of herbs that she prescribed to Julie, within a month the headaches had stopped. Within 6 months, at a follow-up appointment with her neurologist, an X-ray revealed that the tumor had all but disappeared. Though scientists' opinions vary greatly and on the proof of using herbs as a cure for chronic, if not fatal, ailments, alternate medicine is now being incorporated into many medical schools, nursing schools, and schools of pharmacy curriculum. I understand that the topic of alternative medicine can be quite controversial. However, I chose to talk about the natural forms of alternative medicine and the use of those ingredients to promote healing. This topic can incorporate many different aspects. So today I'm going to narrow my focus down to a few topics. I will give a brief history into alternate medicine, focusing on the use of herbs. I will explain the technique used by an iridologist to determine your ailment, and I will discuss the studies taken on the use of herbs and natural ingredients for the common cold. My goal with today's speech is to persuade you to look further into natural remedies for good health. In the webpage for the University of Maryland, they gave a lot of great facts. Alternate medicine and the use of plants and herbs for medicinal purposes has been around for many, many years. In fact, it's been around since before recorded time. Ancient Chinese and Egyptian writings tell of the use of herbs and when used for healing as early as 3000 BC. Other cultures, such as Native Americans and Africans, were also using plants for medicine. Alternate forms of medicine, such as acupuncture and magnetic healing, as well as folk healers, have been around for almost as long. Researchers found that even though the healing forms changed from country to country, in whatever part of the world people live, they seem to use the same plants and herbs for the same ailments. In the early 19th century, when chemists started producing healing products, many of the basic herb oils were extracted and used for modern medicine. 1 in every 4 medicines today is derived from a plant source. Over time, the use of chemically made synthetic drugs was preferred over natural botanicals. The same website, the University of Maryland Medical Center, stated the following. Recently, the World Health Organization established that 80% of people worldwide rely on herbal medicine for some part of their primary health care. In Germany, about 600 to 700 plant-based medicines are available and are prescribed by some 70% of German physicians. In the past 20 years, in the United States, public dissatisfaction with the cost of prescription medication, combined with the interest in returning to natural or organic remedies, has led to an increase in herbal use. One form of alternative medicine is called iridology. Iridology is based on the idea that every organ and function of the body has a corresponding place in the iris of the eye. By looking into the eye with a high-powered scope, an iridologist is said to be able to find the root of an illness. Many iridologists are also herbalists so that they can treat the ailment that they find within your eye with a series of herbs. There is very little proof that this form of medicine is effective in medical studies. However, if you consider Julie's story, it is a successful way of practicing medicine. The most common herb used today is echinacea, and this is used for the common cold. Studies um, on the use of echinacea are varied, but according to the U.S. National Library of Medicine pubmed.gov website, it is reported that the studies done between 1966 and 2009, entitled Complementary and Alternative Medicine for Prevention and Treatment of the Common Cold. Clinical trials showed that 5 out of 6 trials showed echinacea was an effective prevention as well as shortening the span of a common cold. Some other beneficial things that you can take were vitamin C and zinc. Over a year ago, I found my own home remedy for the common cold. It's made up of ginger root, cayenne pepper, vinegar, water, and raw honey. Cayenne pepper is said to create a hot atmosphere that the virus is unable to live in. Ginger is said to aid in digestion and help to treat stomach upset. Vinegar is a natural antibacterial, and honey is said to have amazing healing properties, including relief of allergy symptoms. They use it to treat cardiovascular disease and respiratory complaints, and it's also supposed to coat the walls of your throat as to aid to irritation for a sore throat. I was so impressed with the results that I shared it with 5 of my friends, as well as all 3 of my children. The ages ranged from 5 years to 67, and they all had relief from coughing, almost instant. They felt relief of the cold symptoms within 2 doses. I know that my study is not formal, but the results to me are just as impactful. I believe that this is a very effective way, and I continue to swear by this remedy for the common cold. In closing, I would like to ask you, would you be willing to try a herbal remedy or alternative medicine? In the same article that I quoted earlier from the University of Maryland Medical Center, it states that 1 out of 3 Americans use herbal remedies, but only 70% of them report it to their doctors. I believe that most Americans are open to the idea of alternative medicine. I don't feel that herbal remedies should be used in place of modern medicine, but they can be used hand in hand together. It is my desire to hear more success stories like the one of Julie Christensen. It is also my hope that the stigma surrounding alternative medicine and herbal remedies is lifted, and more people are able to find out the benefits of this type of natural